Hello, everyone, welcome back to another video, and so today we're just going to talk about something kind of crazy that just happened, because, well, not just, I guess now, by the time you're seeing this, is probably a couple days ago, but I wanted to talk about it quick. That being the fact that Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars have both been delayed. So, yeah, also I'm playing LEGO Marvel Superheroes 1 this time around, so I'm going to be Dr. Doom, since we're talking about Doomsday, and I got Reed Richards, just because it seems like he'll probably be a big part of it, too. So, in case you are somehow still unaware, just to let you know, Avengers Doomsday has now officially been delayed. It was originally set to come out May 1st of 2026, and will now release on December 18th of 2026. And then Avengers Secret Wars was originally set to release on May 7th of 2027, but will now release on December 17th of 2027. So, I do have mixed feelings, because on the one hand, because on the selfish side, there is a part of me that's like, dang it, because now I have to wait even longer. Doomsday was under a year away, and now it's over a year away. And obviously, it very, very much sucks that we now have to wait this long for our next Avengers movie. However, it's also probably a good thing they just started production. Apparently, there are some problems. There's some stuff that they still are working on. Like, for example, I read an article that they're just now starting to make deals to get Tom Holland into Doomsday. Which, if he's a part of the story, how are you just now making deals to get him into the movie? Unless maybe he's just gonna be a cameo. So that it does kind of make sense. If, say they finally got whatever deal that needs to be done to get Spider-Man into the film, they're gonna need time to work him into the story. So I do understand hope, because at the end of the day, if I had to choose between getting it in May but it's not very good, or get it in December and it's really good, I'll probably have to go with waiting longer but getting a really good movie. Because if these movies are bad, that would suck so much. Especially because, my personal opinion, 4 for 4 when it comes to Avengers movies, and even the Russo Brothers as directors are 4 for 4 when it comes to their movies. So it really sucked for this one, for either Doomsday or Secret Wars to suck. But I also wanted to point out too. Now it also makes sense they're putting it in December, because really the two biggest times of the year to put out movies is that summer movie season, which is May to August, or that December Christmas season are the two prime time seasons to put out a movie. Except for maybe horror. Horror, I personally think the prime time is probably October because of Halloween. But normally when it comes to blockbusters, summer, May to August, or December. And we have seen a bunch of movies perform great in December, and it actually helped some movies make more than normal. And it's probably because of people having off of school and work for either the summer or for the Christmas holiday. So I won't lie, to me it feels so wrong to get an Avengers movie in December. I don't know why, but to me it's getting an Avengers movie in December just feels wrong. It doesn't feel wrong to get a Marvel movie in December. That feels perfectly fine. But something about getting an Avengers movie in December just feels off to me. Probably because all 4 films have been end of April, beginning of May. So kicking off the summer movie season in really the technically spring. And now it'll be in the winter with Christmas. And it feels weird, but I'd much rather them delay it to December of the same year than May of the following year, which they could have done. And technically, it's still possible. Even though they just delay it to December, things could change. They could always delay it even further. Maybe they do push it again so that Doomsday would be May of 27 and Secret Wars would be May of 28, which would suck. So, yeah. And plus, even though there isn't really anything confirmed for 2027 yet. This is before San Diego Comic-Con, where I feel they're probably going to announce something, hopefully. But they're probably going to release some sort of Marvel movie, hopefully, in May of 2027. Because I have a quick timeline here. So first, just focusing on movies only. The current timeline with the time this being made is May, end of May, beginning of June that I'm making this video. The current timeline for movies is Fantastic Four, July 25th, 2025. And then after that, we have a whole year gap to Spider-Man Brand New Day of July 31st, 2026. then followed by Avengers Doomsday of December 18th of 2026, and then an entire year wait for the next film, that being Avengers Secret Wars, December 17th, 2027. Like I said, when it comes to the movie side of things, there's very few left until we get to the end of the saga with what's confirmed, but they could always announce stuff coming out. It does feel kind of weird that after Fantastic Four, we only have Spider-Man in between till Doomsday. So that I find very interesting. I wonder if they're going to announce any more movies. And right now, only one movie in 2027, and it's in December. We have, obviously, 2024, we only had one Marvel movie come out, that being Deadpool and Wolverine, but that was even in July, so it was like middle of the year. And then the next movie came out in February. This is going December to December. I kind of hope they announce at least a movie in like the May of 2027. Whether it's like Doctor Strange 3, Shang-Chi 2. Oh, please Shang-Chi 2. Fingers crossed. Please Shang-Chi 2. Or maybe like a Thor 5 or Black Panther 3 maybe. Yeah. But so let's focus, while we're talking about movies, focus on one thing that is very interesting also that I almost forgot to talk about here. The placement of Spider-Man with these Avengers movies. Because originally, Spider-Man's release date has not changed. So originally, the original timeline was Doomsday in May, and then Spider-Man. So Spider-Man 4 would have been in between Doomsday and Secret Wars. Now, I just got ran over by a bus. Thanks a lot, bus. Now, Spider-Man 4 is before Doomsday, which could change up the story, which has happened before, actually, with the Spider-Man movie and another Marvel movie, that being Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. The original release timeline before the events of the end of the world, as I will call it here, was Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness first, and then Spider-Man No Way Home. But then, due to delays, that swapped. So if you look at the release dates, Spider-Man No Way Home now has come out before Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, so they actually did change up some story elements. The biggest one that I can actually remember, I have to go back to reread and rewatch stuff to figure out, because I don't remember everything that changed, that they confirmed. But like one of the big changes that they made was America Chavez's appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home. She was originally going to be introduced in Multiverse of Madness and bring in Tobey and Andrew's characters in No Way Home, but because of No Way Home coming first, and we have us never being introduced to America Chavez, she wouldn't be able to do that. That's just one example. I'm pretty sure there are a bunch of other examples of how they changed stuff, but I don't remember them off the top of my head other than that one. So that could mean that the story of Spider-Man Brand New Day could change. Like, for example, we've been going back and forth on whether Spider-Man Brand New Day will be a street level or a multiverse film. I personally want to see street level just because we already saw multiverse. If we didn't just see multiverse with No Way Home, then I probably would be more for, sure, let's do multiverse. But because we literally just saw it in the last one, I do want street level, especially because of how they left Spider-Man. And I know a lot of people, and the chances with it being in between films, to me it kind of felt very 50-50, because they could have pulled an Ant-Man and the Wasp where it takes place before the events of Doomsday, so it can still be street level, and then we get an end credit scene that catches us up with the events of the Avengers film that just happened. Or they could go the route of, if they do Battle World, people are talking as if they're 100% going to end with Battle World and Doomsday. That's technically, we don't know that. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen too, but we don't know that for sure. But if they do that, a lot of people are thinking Doomsday is going to end with Avengers lose, we have Battle World, and then Spider-Man Brand New Day will be Spider-Man in Battle World. So it definitely felt very 50-50, and technically it still is 50-50. We could do a multiverse story leading up to Doomsday, but it feels a bit more likely, like maybe, I don't know, 60-40, that we're going to do a street level thing, because it's going to be Spider-Man doing his own thing, and then we can still do the end credit scene leading us into Doomsday. Like maybe the new Avengers or someone shows up to Peter and is like, hey, we need your help for another universe-ending threat. So we'll have to see what happens with that. And now quickly, I also have here quickly, if you were curious about the entire Marvel timeline currently, this is only confirmed titles. I believe they have some release dates open for Marvel-related stuff, but we don't know what they are yet, so I'm not going to include them here. Plus, I don't remember what the dates were, to be honest with you. But if I'm including everything Marvel, we got Fantastic Four, July 25th, 2025. We have Eyes of Wakanda and from Marvel Animation in August of 2025. Then we got Marvel Zombies, another Marvel Animation project, for October of 2025. And then ending the year off with Wonder Man on Disney Plus in December of 2025. That will be 2025. Then we move into 2026, where we would get Spider-Man Brand New Day on July 31st of 2026. We have three shows. We have three shows that don't yet have a month or day, but do have the year. So that being Vision Quest, Daredevil Boarding in Season 2, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2, all which are 2026, but no actual release date. And then I'm assuming they're coming out before Doomsday, because Doomsday, like we said before, will be December 18th of 2026. And then that brings us into 2027. As of right now, we only have Avengers Secret Wars for December 17th, 2027. Like I said before, I have a hard time believing that Marvel is only going to have Secret Wars, especially with no TV shows. Like, only Secret Wars 2027 seems very unlikely to me. I feel like we're going to get at least one show and maybe one movie in 2027. But we'll have to wait and see. Also, right now, we only have 2 movies. One in 2026. One if you don't count Spider-Man, because that's technically Sony. Yes, they're working together, but that is technically Sony, not Disney. So you could argue that they're only having one. But with San Diego Comic-Con not far away, like the announcements there, I could see them announcing some more stuff. Very interesting. I am kind of sad because I have to wait even longer for these movies now. But on the bright side, hopefully this means that these movies are going to be amazing. I don't really expect them to be on the level of Infinity War and Endgame, but hopefully they could at least come close. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video, talk about my thoughts on this, and ask what you guys think about this. How are you guys feeling about these delays and our current timeline, especially because it feels like we're like 2025 felt like a kind of normal year, at least for movies. We got 3 movies, and then we're kind of packed with TV shows. And then next year we also look like we might be kind of packed with TV shows, but on the movie side we only got 2, and then 2027 is just 1 movie. But like I said, I keep saying this, they're probably going to announce more later. But yeah, that's all. I think that's all I got to say here. So thanks for watching. If you like this video. I've also talked about the Doomsday cast. If you want to know my opinions and thoughts on the cast, you can check that out as well. And yeah, if we get more announcements at San Diego Comic-Con, I'll try my best to let you guys know, assuming I'm not like busy with something else. But if I'm able to, I will try my best to let you guys know what is announced at Comic-Con when that does happen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.